Hi, this is Gary Kayye. We are here at ISE 2018, and I'm here with Angela Hlavka. Angela, how are you?
I'm having a great day, thanks.
3 years ago, you started a company called Quicklaunch. Even before you had the vision, well, you probably had the vision, but even before the industry had the vision of where the collaboration board would end up, and you were building sort of a standardized, I want to say, skin/operating system for all these boards that would eventually become collaboration boards before the term existed.
Actually, that's a great analogy because we thought we would become the operating system for the meeting room.
Right.
So the whole thing was to be an operating system for the meeting room, you have to start all kinds of meetings, just not Cisco or just not Microsoft. You need to be able to start them all.
Right.
Second is you need to be able to share devices, and that wasn't around back then, so wired, wirelessly, network folders. And then thirdly, we wanted to be able to run any application, line of business, industry standard.
Right.
And lastly, clean it up and maybe make it a kiosk so it's super locked down, or maybe it's freedom and be able to do things in executive offices.
Well, back then, say 3 years ago when you had this vision and started writing the software, there weren't very many interactive, I mean, they were smart, and there were a few companies out there that made interactive boards, but they weren't really aimed at the market they are now. So the first generation of the software was really to take any sort of display in a room and turn it into kind of an interactive display using a mouse and a keyboard, but more importantly, give it a standardized interface. So if I were using a Sharp board in one room, or I was using a LG in another, right? I could still have the same interface. Or if I was in Los Angeles or in Tokyo, my way to launch and run applications and connect will still be the same. Did I get that path correct?
Absolutely, but we went one step further. We're agnostic. We said, what if I chose different cameras? What if I chose different hardware? So we not only made it screen agnostic, we made it hardware agnostic. Only thing we have is it has to be a Windows PC.
Okay, so then all of a sudden last year, the collaboration board explodes onto the market, and you have 20-some companies out there making Windows-based collaboration boards. And now everything you're doing is now completely interactive and touch-based, right? So it still does it exactly the same, works with everybody's systems that are Windows compatible. It means that if you're buying a touch board from any manufacturer, no matter who it is, New Line or Avocor or whoever, you're going to have the same user interface experience regardless of where you go, but it's completely collaborative, so you don't have to use a mouse or keyboard.
Absolutely, but what we've done one step further is, let's pretend we have Dell here behind us, but
Which we do.
And we want to make sure that the Dell experience is great. So we do specialized things for each manufacturer to make sure that out of the box it uses their whiteboard technology, all things are integrated, so you can buy a bundle that you know out of the box is going to work. So it's really effortless on for IT.
Yeah, and a good example of this application-wise would be a meeting was in the room an hour earlier. They finished their meeting, and all the content is basically there still because you come in and start the board up, and you're seeing their notes from their last meeting. They didn't erase them. They didn't put it back to the start screen or any kind of launch screen. So you're looking at their whiteboarding information there, and also their last call connection, which they've hung up on. In your case, every time you come into the room and you're starting from the same place.
Absolutely. So we have to reset it 3 different ways. So one is, I just walked in and did an ad hoc meeting. I can walk in and hit the reset button. Second way is, hey, I went in, I forgot, and I just left. So we sense inactivity, and IT can set it up and say, automatically clear the credentials, and it gives a warning, just make sure you're there. Or the third way, at meeting end. And we know that meetings never end on time. So we also have the option to say, oh, it could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and continue to extend it. But we make sure it's always cleaned up.
Yeah, and there's sort of 3 parts to this. You've got your meeting schedule and whoever's going to attend the meeting. You have your collaboration tools or your software tools, and then the ability in the case of like Windows-based, if you're using Windows-based Word, PowerPoint, you're able to use that, it's integrated. Or if you're Google-based, you've done the same thing, so you have your apps.
Absolutely. So it doesn't matter what platform, Google Calendar, Exchange, doesn't matter what collaboration platform, doesn't matter what applications you need. And what we didn't talk today is completely brandable. So if you're a company and you wanted to have a Toyota complete branded solution, all the controls are built in so that the branding police can get all their colors, logos, and make it your own.
There you go. So this is why. So you're able to standardize all your rooms. You're able to brand it the way you want it branded, and have the same user experience in all cases of use. So it's Quicklaunch. Is it quicklaunch.com? I'm not sure.
The actual company is UC Workspace, so it's ucworkspace.com.
Okay, ucworkspace.com. The product is Quicklaunch. Thank you, Angela. Appreciate you doing this. And thanks for watching. Of course, you can see all of our coverage here at ISE 2018 at ravepubs.com/ISE 2018. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.